Let's take a look at how improved visualization and consistency improves the work experience with PhotoView 360. We're opening up the paint sprayer. Right away you can see decals are supported, but there's more. The orientation of the part is easy to control now in PhotoView 360. Just switch the axis up and you can even flip the axis. So it's easier to get the parts in the orientation you desire. We did some things with the environment so we can turn off the floor and off the environment display very easily as well. And one enhancement that I really like is the ability to save custom views. This allows you to quickly save multiple views and recall them very nicely with this new interface. You can see the nice thumbnail that appears for the standard view. But that's not all we did in PhotoView 360. The rendering capabilities and the effects that we can get when rendering are also improved. We're going to look at this little tractor. It renders rather quickly. You can see I can go to a saved view, and what's nice in this release, we can change between a perspective and orthographic view. When I zoom in, you can see here in the orthographic view there is no perspective. Those wheels are aligned, but by switching back to a perspective you can see how they taper in based off the perspective angle. You might also notice that in this camera setting tab I have the ability now to do depth of field. What this actually does is introduces a focal length to our camera and an f-stop. A quick render will show you that by decreasing the f-stop you will increase the blurriness of the areas beyond the focal length and get that true photographic effect. Here you can see the back of the tractor is slightly blurred compared to the front of the tractor. It's easy to define the focal point with the mouse. It's simply a mouse click. Now there's another effect that increases the realism of the PhotoView 360 scenes, and that's called bloom, and it works best when you have materials that emit light. It's in the output setting, and by enabling bloom, the bloom threshold and bloom radius, you're actually looking at the scene and determining what are the brightest surfaces and then casting those surfaces out with a bloom radius. So here you can see as the render is complete it will calculate the bloom, and you should see those headlights have a little shine, and it's very quick, but it's make sure you understand that it occurs after the render is complete. But the thing that users will really appreciate is the ability now to load a background image, and we have a nice farm background for our tractor. You may need to tweak the environment so that you're showing a studio with just shadows. And what's nice about this background image, you can see that we're still casting shadows off the model, and this appears on the background image as well. So it gives you a nice 3D effect. This is a simple JPEG image. We're not using an environment map that matches this JPEG. You would even get better results if you had a matching environmental map with the photograph. But you can see how quickly we can get a nice photorealistic result. Very quickly this simple toy tractor looks at home in a realistic background. So it's very quick. Very easy to use. In the time of this demo we've done 3 renderings, and we now have the capability to include depth of field and the different bloom aspects. This tractor we chose as a demo part because it is so fast to render live. But let me show you some of the results you can get with a more complex model. Look at this automobile. It fits perfectly within the background image. We've added bloom to the headlights. It adds another sense of realism. Decal work on the back license plate. And then finally some depth of field. So really spectacular results with the new PhotoView 360.